Did you grow up without a healthy example of family and now you're trying to build one from scratch? That can feel overwhelming and even lonely. I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I help families break old habits and create new ones that can create unity, love, bonding, and an environment where children can learn well in their families. In this video, as we discuss how to have a healthy family relationship when you weren't raised with one, I'm going to show you where to start on this journey without overcomplicating it. So let's talk about where to start. This channel is called the Teaching Self-Government channel for a reason. The focus on this channel in everything that we discuss is that you actually have the power to change yourself, and that when you change yourself, you will actually have dramatic outcomes in all of your relationships. Now, obviously, this means if you change yourself for the better or the worse, right? Your outcome will then be the effect of whatever that change was. But let's talk about what to do in our relationships in our family. A lot of people don't understand that relationships are actually one-sided. Right now, you're thinking a certain thing about me. I don't know what that is, you haven't told me, and we're not in the same room actually. And I'm thinking something about the person that I'm trying to talk to on the other side of this camera. We're having a relationship. We're assuming things about each other. We're possibly judging each other a little bit. We're seeing how we can get help from the person or how we feel like we can help that other person. That's our relationship. Well, in a family, I have a relationship to my husband, he has a relationship to me. I have a relationship to my daughter, she has a relationship to me. So in a family where we have 6 people, 4 children, 2 parents, that's 36 relationships in the family. Because not only do we each have a relationship with the other person, but we all also have relationships with ourselves. That's a lot of relationships to manage. But you only need to focus on your relationships that are coming from you first. You can't control how the other person thinks about you, but you can control how you think about and feel about that other person. And that starts a boomerang effect that will get them thinking and feeling differently about you because they will feel something differently coming from you. So can you start by just giving the people, we're talking even the smallest children, even the ones who seem like they're being naughty because they're giving you a side eye when they're doing something that they know that they shouldn't be doing. Can you give them the benefit of the doubt? That's the perfect place to start. They're human, they're learning, they're experimenting. I don't have to take it personally. In fact, if you can just tell yourself that one thing, don't take it personally. It's not the person, it's just a behavior, and I can help them learn a new behavior. I can help them fix this. It doesn't have to be permanent. That right there will change your ability to bond, communicate, be patient with all of the people in your family relationships. All right, well, we talked about one thing that you can do to start, but I'd like to just maybe lay out a kind of a rough plan. I could go into a lot of detail about how to set up an environment where people can all learn self-government and you can communicate effectively, but I'd like to keep it kind of basic here so that we don't overwhelm you and you feel like you can actually start making steps in the right direction. So the next thing that you'll want to do in our little formula for change in this family is prepare your own mind and your own heart. That means that you need to program yourself with productive things to think. So if you've subscribed to this channel already, then you know I have a lot of videos on here for how we change our thought processes and how we influence better emotional outcomes so that we don't end up stuck all the time. So that's what I'm talking about right now. Before you have an emotional response, you do have a split second where you get to have a thought. What thoughts are you going to choose to have when the person around you in your family is arguing at you, whining, at you, something like that, what are you going to tell yourself? I hope you will describe what's happening in a non-emotional way, in a way that seeks to understand that other person a little bit more. There's a good dialogue that we could really go through and how to help you do that. Just saying something simple like, they're trying to be understood, they're not knowing the best way to seek understanding, because that method is a manipulative method, and instead of a method that will actually show that they care about the relationship, I need to help them learn how to communicate better. And then we're going to get into then skills that you can teach your children, right? And I'm not going to go into all those in this one video, but that's a dialogue that you can have which will help your head and your heart change first. Speaking of basics, there are 4 basic skills that I teach. And these children's books each teach one of those 4 basic skills, which are following instructions, accepting no answers and criticism, accepting consequences, and disagreeing appropriately. And these make it really simple to teach those skills to children and to reinforce those. And you can find them on my website, teachingselfgovernment.com. But learning skills like how to disagree appropriately, think how life-changing that will be for them and for your whole family culture. Oftentimes the fights, the frustrations, the whining, the sullenness, the attitude, it all comes because we don't know how to be understood. We don't know a simple skill like how to disagree appropriately. There are 7 steps to that skill that even small children can learn how to do. I've seen children do it with hand signs because they can't even speak in full languages yet. They learn little bits of sign language and they can start to disagree appropriately with their sign language and a few of the minimal words, but they can learn about their tone. They know tone. They know what's calm and what's not calm, even before they know all the words. So start teaching the family what they need to communicate effectively, and that calmness is the biggest part of disagreeing appropriately. Speaking of calmness, just to keep it even more simple, there is a set of children's books related to calmness too. They're called the Calm Crew. The first one is called Brain Power. It teaches children what happens in their brain when they're not calm. The second book is called Planning Power, and it teaches them how to make a calm plan for themselves. The third book is Choosing Power, and it teaches them the power of choice, because they do have a choice when they are going to be calm or not be calm. But there are effects of all of those choices, and they need to know what that is. Just establishing some basic understanding of what's going on the inside can make a big difference. And then from there say, okay, now that we understand what's going on the inside, where do we go from here? Well, okay, now we can use our skills like disagreeing appropriately, accepting no answers. And then as a parent, you might need some new skills too to help you with your calmness. So I teach multiple different skills for parents and how to correct problems when things are going out of control. I don't want to get into all of that right now because I think just focusing on some key things like how to communicate and focus on the way that you're feeling when you're correcting your child can make a huge difference. But when you are able to also know how to correct a child, point them toward the proper behavior and have a good conversation with them about it without enabling them or babying them, but really honestly teaching them about cause and effect so that they can make better choices in the future, you're now going to empower your children as you are feeling empowered in your role as parent as well. If there's one thing I've noticed about modern parents, it's that they want the very best, but actually they're the least confident. And there's a reason for that. There are vital parenting things like how to get yourself calm, how to do a good correction without getting angry and yelling at your children all the time. Those are skills that actually have not been passed down. You don't know what you don't know, right? And if nobody ever taught you how to parent in a positive way that's also going to be effective, that's also going to be firm, that's also going to produce confidence in the child as well. If you don't know this, I mean, you're just reaching for anything. Well, I'd love to help you with that because that's what the whole teaching self-government system is all about helping parents be able to be consistent and firm when needed, but also let's be gentle at the same time. We don't have to be angry. We can be calm. The real solution is, can you keep yourself in control so that you can help your child get to a place of control of themselves? Because that's who should be controlling us. We should be controlling ourselves. That's what self-government is all about. So I would like to share with you a video that will help you learn some of the nuts and bolts of teaching self-government. Some of the skills that I've been talking about, like how to disagree appropriately, will be taught on this next video, which is a full-length class about self-government. It's called The Not-So-Known Secret for Parenting Success. Click on the link to that video next. I'll see you there.